Twitter announced today that they're going to start putting warning labels on tweets by prominent politicians and world leaders if they violate Twitter rules for things like abusive behavior or harassment. But they're not going to be removing the tweets like they would with a normal Twitter user. So there have been calls on Twitter since President Donald Trump was elected to remove him from Twitter, or at least remove some of his tweets that critics have considered to be abusive or inciting violence against various groups. And while Twitter has never publicly commented on Trump specifically, they have long held that tweets by prominent politicians are of the public interest, and they should be left up on the side even if they might violate Twitter rules. The idea is that it's better for these tweets to be out in the open rather than behind closed doors. That was Twitter's argument. So this is basically a compromise. They're not removing them, but they are adding a warning label, and they're making them less prominent on Twitter. So you're not allowed to harass any individual. You're not allowed to make disparaging remarks about a protected group based on gender, sexual orientation, or race, for example. You are not allowed to threaten violence against other people or these protected groups. Now, Twitter did say that it's possible that if someone tweets something really egregious, it won't just get this warning label, it will still be removed. And also that this is probably not something that will be applied a lot. You know, it doesn't mean that, you know, you're going to see this in your feed every week or every 2 weeks. This new rule goes into effect now, but it doesn't look like it's been applied to anyone yet. It's not retroactive, so anything that people tweeted before today won't be affected. It only applies to people who have at least 100,000 followers, and it only applies to politicians or other elected officials or people who are candidates or maybe successors. It doesn't apply to celebrities, for example.